An excellent morning, everyone. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Dr. Harry Benjamin reaching out to you from Georgia, the Wealth Creation Project, and also the stories of the journey. So this series is a 52 lesson series, one lesson per week, inspired by my wife, Carolyn, where I share from the journey of being an entrepreneur and developing oneself in that phase, some of the mistakes that were made during that journey and how you could avoid those mistakes by learning from the mistakes that we made or I made predominantly. So we're sharing today the idea of taxes. All right, taxes. I'm not a tax advisor, so I'm not here to advise you about taxes. But when I got started as an entrepreneur in the 90s, I was right out of medical school. In fact, I started while I was in medical school. And when you start generating cash flows and generating money, you find out later on that, hey, you know what, there's some taxes that you're going to need to pay and certain type of taxes. And you end up making mistakes along the way, and you will be penalized for those mistakes, unfortunately, based on how the world is. Because, I was running my business, doing really well, and then this gentleman showed up at my office one day in Jamaica and, said that he needed to do it's called a GCT audit, General Consumption Tax. And when he was finished doing his audit, then he told me that I had this really big bill, a huge bill, right? And it was a shock, right? It was a shock, and we had to find a way to get the bill settled and work on it. Now, what ended up happening is that it pushed me behind. It really pushed us behind significantly, because if I'd known, because there are some penalties and some fees and all sorts of extra things that they added onto it that I could have avoided paying if I had known ahead of time, what to do where those things were concerned. But I just ran ahead and, started generating money and not realizing that I wasn't paying the right amount of taxes. And then after I've done that, the laws are the laws, right? Even if you're ignorant of them, you're still going to be punished by them. So what the best thing to do then, if you're a young entrepreneur, you're just coming up, you need to find out what's going on with the taxes in your country. Find out what taxes are applicable to your business. Structure your business properly so that you avoid running into an issue with the law where you have avoided taxes or not paid the right amount of taxes. Because tax avoidance is okay, but tax evasion is not. And even though you evade it through ignorance because you do not know what you're doing, you're still going to have to pay the penalties and the fees associated with it. So the best thing to do is to really just get that right. Get that right at the beginning. Get your education about taxes. Go and meet with a tax person. Go and meet with an accountant in your country. And even if it costs you some money, pay for a consultancy, pay for somebody to give you the right guidance and the right understanding of how it works, so that you structure yourself right. And as your business starts growing and you start generating profits, you're not setting up yourself for future liabilities because of not understanding that. So hopefully that lesson was useful so that we can avoid making some mistakes there and make the future better for you and your family. All right. Love and appreciate you. All right. Bye bye.